Good morning, you lovely lot, and welcome back to Friday's video here at Bareham Engines. So guys, today, a bit of an interesting one. It's a little bit of a crossover with the second channel, Lee at Bareham. So if you have been watching that channel, thank you very much. Can't thank you enough. The subscribers seem to be going up really quickly. And many of you seem to be really interested in Isaac and his new project, the Subaru. Obviously, there's other stuff on that channel, like the kit car, the BMW, that's all a little bit of a slow process at the minute. But look out next year, guys, we're gonna have plenty of action from that. But thank you very much. If you haven't already, go to the link in the description below and go over to that page, take a look, guys, and hit the subscribe button if you would, it really helps us. But anyway, if you have been watching that, you will know about Isaac's Subaru. And in the last video, we said that he's just got pretty much all the bits to go. The only bit of machining really that I've got to do or help him do is the rebore of the barrels. So here they are now. They're going to be the next ones on the boring bar. I thought, to be honest with you, what a perfect opportunity, but to teach Isaac to use this boring bar on his own barrels. So that's what we're going to be doing later on in this video, guys. So look out for that. But what have we got going on today? So the V8 over here, guys, you can see all the bits laid out, partially clean, most of it. Now, this bottom end was pretty much built by John, but John's on another project over there. So we've left Isaac for this to be his next build. Now, the pistons and the rods and the crank were already in, that John did, but Isaac, because he's left to it, and fair play to him, he would be more comfortable if it's his build, if he checked the cleanliness of everything, which is absolutely fair enough. So he's just removing the crank, taking all the bits out of it, and he's going to give it a thorough clean again. He's going to remove the oil bungs, etc., and then put it all back together. So yeah, a little bit more time, but I don't mind. If that's what the boy wants to do, that is absolutely perfect with me. Cleanliness is godliness in here. Not necessarily on the floor, but that's all to come, you know that. So that's what Isaac's been doing. This Cosworth over here, guys, you can see now I've got the bottom end pretty much built. So we've got the pistons and rods in. To be honest with you, weirdly, we took a little bit off the block on this one, but the piston protrusion was about 12 thou, which is absolutely perfect. So I haven't even actually had to take any material off the top of these pistons. Which is good news. You can see that I've put my pockets in the top of these pistons. These are at 0.5. I've had so many Cosworths lately, I can't actually remember exactly why this one come in here, but John, the owner, wanted me to just put the pistons, rods and crank in, but I've just put all the ancillaries on and dumped the sump on there. It's got a new two-wheel drive oil pump. Isaac's just finishing the cylinder head, which is over there. And then John wants to put the head on. So all I'm doing, he's cleaning a few bits up he's got here. This is just cylinder head stuff, and this one's all ready to go. We've got another Cosworth turned up here, guys. So this is from Elliot Mansfield. It's a four-wheel drive. I think this one here, he heard of us because a friend of his had an engine done here. So this engine here is the one that has got the frost damage in the block that I said about in the last video. This is the replacement block that he's bought. It's a good 200 block. We've got the pistons there all ready to go with the pockets in. So this one here is all the whistles and bells, basically. He wants a proper trick motor. So yeah, looking forward to doing that one. This Cosworth is going tomorrow morning. That is Owen coming to pick that one up from Wales, I do believe. So that's just a short motor there, balanced all the stuff. This is the one that I explained in the last video that I buggered up with the pistons, the measuring, but it's all done now, guys, absolutely perfect. So all Owen's got to do is just build that up himself. Right, there's one side of the Subaru crankcase on the boring bar. Isaac's just about to get his first lesson on how to use this very modern boring bar, mate.
I've watched you do it a few times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? You just got to keep going. It's one of those machines that's pretty accurate, but I suppose really when only you know how to use it and the backlash and all the rest of it.
Innit?
Yeah, just like any other machine, really. So first of all, what we've got to do, we obviously clean clean the face on the top of the block, clean the face underneath the parallels, clean these parallels so there's no debris on there or anything, and we've sat it on there, and you can see in between the parallels and the block face there's a little gap there. So what we've got to do is wind that handle down a bit at a time either side, and what that does is turn these screws and pull the bed up. So what you're doing in effect is pulling the block into the parallels. So that's the first thing to do, mate. So you've got to make sure that down here you've got enough room. It's not going to foul on any dowels or anything, and you've got enough room, the bore either side of the parallels. If not, you can slacken this nut and just adjust the parallels in or out. So
I'll do them up then.
Because we're all right there, yes. So you sort of go about half a turn at a time either side. And then when it sort of touches the parallels, just have a look underneath and see.
Yeah, that touch then.
If it's touched, just have a look, see if you're sort of higher one side or the other.
Yeah, I'm higher on that side.
Okay.
So shall I let it down a bit, or?
So you've got a little bit of a gap on the left. So just
snip that.
Just pull that one up. Okay, and then try the other side, see what it feels like, and it's just a case of going by feel, really.
Yeah, that's tight. Check that one again.
You can sort of feel when it, if it's tight on both sides but a little bit spongy on the other, on one side, then it means that side's a bit low. So maybe slacken the other side off, and then all right. Okay. So you're happy with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Want me to have a little check, a little feel?
You have a little check.
Just a little.
You go quite tight with it, do you?
Yeah, you go pretty tight. So that's
Nip
like
it right up.
Stop there. And then the same. Yeah, that one's all right. Yeah, so he's all right. And then we just have one more little look. Make sure that there's no gap either side, which there's not. So I'm happy with that.
Cool.
So the next thing, we need to measure our piston. So what we want to do is, sometimes it tells you on the crown, but if not, it'll tell you on the box, the actual bore size. So what we do is we measure the skirt, go and get the box, and we'll have a little look at the, if we measure that skirt there, we've got, so this is a 3 to 4 inch mic, so that's 3.637. So 3.637 times 25.4 converts it to metric, so that's given us 92.4 near enough. So guys, this is why it's pretty important to measure the piston and check the actual piston to wall running clearance, because this is a 92.5mm piston, which is half mil over standard. The actual piston measures that in metric, which is going to give you about 4.5 thou of running clearance if you did it to 92.5, but it says right down the bottom here, look, piston to wall clearance is 3.5 thou, measured 0.235 up on the piston skirt. So that means that we've basically got to bore this a thou smaller than 92.5.
Yeah.
Okay?
So then we'll get the.
These pistons will probably be okay. We'll probably go half a thou bigger because. Obviously we're thinking in the future of tuning it a bit. Yeah. But so we'll probably go to about 4 thou.
All right, cool.
But I think that'll be more than enough then. So because it's a 92mm bore at the moment, mate, we'll get the correct cat's paws.
So that's these little...
which are 92.5 divided by 25.4. So that's 3.641. So that will be, if we have a look on our little chart here, which is almost non-visible. So that is number 4, which are these ones here.
So we need those.
So you put your cat's paws in.
They go, the pointy side goes out, don't it?
The pointy side goes in to the machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do they go? They go in these top holes.
Hey?
In the top holes, is it?
Yeah, so you've got 6 holes, so not there, no, that one there. Yeah. It goes
miss a hole.
Yeah, miss a hole. So he's got the cat's paws in now. You can see there's 6 holes there, but you put them on, you sort of miss a hole, so you've got 3 cat's paws. And now we want to wind down as far as we can go with this, because otherwise it's going to bottom out. And you want to aim to get the cat's paws roughly sort of halfway down the bore, really. Right, so now what we do is get the big Allen key there, and you want to wind this towards you.
Towards me.
And what that'll do is it sort of sends a bar down and opens up the cat's paws evenly until you do it, until it goes tight. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Now you want to pull the machine sort of straightish. That's it, like that. And then you want to do these up evenly with the spanner. And then do the other one right up. That's it, slacken them off. And then you want to rapid it up. So we're in return here. So you've got return and the other side is feed.
Feed, yeah.
You want to engage this to sort of rapid.
Push that in,
and that engage it to the wheel. Then you start it and hold that at the same time. Right. Otherwise, the boring head will be spinning. You can see that rising up now. Now we want to set our tool. Whatever you set this tool to, you've got a setting piece here and you've got the actual tool. Whatever you set that to, it will leave 2 thou in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what I normally do is set it 1 thou bigger and it will leave a thou in there to hone out.
Right.
Okay. You just slacken the grub screw off.
Yep.
Right. So you can see that there, we've set that to 3.641, okay? So you just nip your grub screw up now, but holding that tool with your thumb over.
Yeah. Or pushing it that way.
Yeah, pushing it that way and towards the back of the tool holder, okay? So now when you tighten that up, look.
Oh yeah.
He's gone down to, yeah, so that's gone down now to 3.640. So that's going to leave 2 thou in it. So that'd be roughly about 2 thou to hone out, which is ideal.
Cool. Yeah.
So now you put your tool in there, mate.
Right.
This end goes in first, obviously, and that flat goes. We turn that. You've got 2 holes here. One where the tool goes in.
Yeah.
And that is the end where it needs the flat goes to, because there's a grub screw in there.
Right.
That's it. All right.
Yep.
Now what we want to do is just hand feed, wind the machine down, holding that until that touches onto the board, just moving it back and forth. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that bit. Been a while since I've even had a go at this.
Is that touching?
Think so. Yeah.
You should be able to feel it not move in a minute if it's touching. And just make sure it's touching all the way round. It's a bit like patting your head and rubbing your stomach, this, isn't it?
It's a bit weird.
So he's touched that all the way round now, so we're confident that that is running true. So what you want to do now, mate, is engage.
Engage that.
Engage the
Push
motor.
that in, yeah.
Put the thing in feed.
Feed.
And then press your go button.
Easy as that, isn't it?
You can see now, you can hear it cutting constantly round. Bloody perfect.
Ideal.
Well done, mate. And this is probably a perfect opportunity to tell everyone about the thumbnail and title.
Oh, we have fun in here, don't we?
We have fun in here. Yeah. I mean, we can laugh now, mate, but show them your injury.
I mean, don't know what the hell that is. Bit of pus, maybe. But I've burnt this finger, good. Basically.
He's burnt that finger, and tell us how you burnt that finger. What's happened?
I set fire to the workshop, so...
Sort of.
Yeah.
I don't quite know why I'm laughing, but we've had a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Well, I basically ignited the blowtorch.
Right.
And it was sort of half aimed in the general direction of a pot of brake cleaner.
So this is round on the bench,
round on the bench, and it ignited and set alight.
And we had fun putting it out, didn't we?
Yeah, we were sort of stood like not really knowing what to do, weren't we?
It was one of those moments where your mind goes completely to mush. The bench is on fire. Fortunately, there's not really anything around that can catch a light.
No.
But we sort of did everything but grab a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
I was pouring cups of water on it.
Blowing on it.
Which is a stupid idea, and I even resorted to blowing on it as if it was a candle. And after about 2 minutes, what do we do?
I don't know.
Put wet rags over it.
Wet rags and a bit more water, I think.
But I'm not quite sure what the... we got it out. He's burnt his finger.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure many of you in the comments are going to be suggesting that he makes the claim. But it was one of those moments where I'm not quite sure what the moral of the story is.
Moral of the story is don't
don't lose your head.
Just don't be stupid and just sort of. First thing we should have done is either got a fire extinguisher or got some wet rags and just put it out. Or grab the camera.
We didn't even think of that, did we?
No, didn't even think that far ahead.
So yeah, he's burnt his finger.
He's feeling all right now.
He spent most of the day with it under the tap.
Yeah. A little bit of pus coming out of there.
He's been up the old hospital,
yeah,
and had it checked out, but there's not really a lot you can do about that apart from
they just said sort of rub some more dirt in it and carry on.
Oh really? That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, just sort of might just put it in the vice and do it up.
Does look a little bit pussy, mate.
Yeah, well,
I'd go and get a little plaster on that.
Do you know what? It feels a hell of a lot better than it did 10 minutes ago. It's almost gone.
Yeah, but yeah. Moral of the story is don't set fire to the workshop.
Be careful and wear gloves and do all the good things.
Yeah, it might cost us a few quid in a court case here, but it's made a good thumbnail and title.
I'm not going to take you to court, Lee, don't worry.
Thanks, mate.
Bloody hell.
So you can see this machine out here, guys. If you'd watch our second channel, I'd sort of explain a little bit about this on there. But yeah, you can see this machine pulled out now. Now this one, we have removed the pump and motor, so that cost us £1,000 to get that all overhauled, but it's never actually run. So I did explain that in a few previous videos. No one's been interested in this machine. It's such a shame because it's a really good machine, just a little bit hefty on the electric if you have it on permanently, but perfectly good machine. No one's been in touch, so unfortunately, guys, that is being picked up today by the scrappy. We're going to weigh it in, they're just going to take it away with a high-ab, have done with it. But as you can see, it's left a big gaping hole in our cleaning area, which is very soon to be not the cleaning area. So just to recap again, now you can see this bit of space going on here. You can sort of get a picture of how much room's there. We're going to be putting these shelves side by side there. Obviously, once we've got all the board in there, so it's all nice and clean and the flooring down, and that will be goods in, goods out jobby. We're probably going to get some racking next to it where we can put pallets, sort of where that is, which would be ideal. And all this stuff is going to go over the back there. So over Christmas, we're going to be having a good old clean out. And obviously that'll be going next to it. So we've got to get some water plumbed in over that area. But yeah, that's going to be our sort of cleaning area right in the middle of the machine shop, which leaves all this area, guys, free for building engines. Nice clean area, no excuses to have any crap in here. We're going to have a partition where exactly where I'm standing here, with slidey, sort of 2.5 metre slidey doors, so we can shut off from the machine shop. Lighting all the way around the board in, about 8 foot high. So yeah, it should be a lovely, well lit, clean area to build engines, what we've all been waiting for. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments what you think about that idea if you haven't watched me explaining that in a previous video. That's all we got time for today, guys. Hope you have a great weekend and we'll see you on Monday's video. Cheers.